Make sure I hit the recording. Okay, all right. Well, thank you guys for joining us this evening and getting on the call. We are going to kind of just go through the basics of what coaching is, and at the end of this whole thing, then I will be able to answer your questions for you. So hopefully we'll be able to get all the answers in here. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I see a bunch of our people here, but I don't see, some are on the phone and some are on the computer. So I am recording this though, so if you are having trouble, you can definitely go back and listen to the recording. So this is the coach sneak peek, and it's a virtual sneak peek so that we can kind of meet you where you're at and fit it into your time of day. So I know a lot of you guys are moms on here, so I don't want to take too much of your time. So we'll do this as quickly as possible. My name is Mary Stewart, and I am a Star Diamond coach on this team. And we have quite a few leaders in this group, and the team that we are a part of is the end of the year in 2015 as the #2 team in the entire company. So making the choice to be part of Team Beachbody and to be a coach, you are definitely going to be in good hands as far as who is going to be leading you and training you and showing you the ropes and helping you to head up a successful business, whether that be that you want to do it on a short-term or part-time basis or full-time, whatever your intentions are. In this webinar tonight, we are going to go over kind of what is coaching. I know if you're here, you've been invited by somebody who is a coach, and you have most likely seen their posts and some of the things that they put and how coaching has changed their life and impacted their lives and the lives of others. And very happy to hear that that is of interest to you as well. So we're going to talk tonight about what exactly that is, what is a Beachbody coach, what's exactly required to become a coach, how do you get paid, how do you build a team, and then I also want to go over and talk about some of the normal hesitations that come up with an opportunity like this, which I get. I mean, I have the same hesitations, and I think any coach that's on this call and that you meet will say the same thing. And I think you're starting a business, so I think it's great that you would have hesitations and want to ask questions, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to ease your mind and hopefully answer any other questions or concerns you might have. One of those is with a situation like an opportunity like this, people think it's a pyramid scheme. We're going to talk about that. It's not something that I just chuckle because it's when you see kind of the way that it's explained. I think a lot of times people throw that out there, but I don't even know that I even knew exactly what one was before. But just want to ease your mind about that this is not something like that. The other concern a lot of times people have, and you may be one of these people that says, I'm not a salesperson, so I can't do this. That's not something you're going to need to worry about, and we're going to talk about why. Not knowing enough people. That's a very common thing, and we're going to talk a lot about that. And there's actually quite a few coaches. In fact, a lot of the top 10 and elite coaches that are within Team Beachbody that are very successful, that started off with living in an area where they knew nobody and had a Facebook or social media account with less than 100 people, and they've been able to succeed in this business. So there's many examples like that of things that of people that have been successful without that. Or you're thinking that you're not at your goal weight, or you've just started your challenge, or you've just thought about trying to start one, and you don't feel like you could be an inspiration. We're going to talk about why that doesn't matter and why that actually is a good thing in some cases, depending on who your market is and where you're at with your goals overall. So if you have not, I guess if you guys are on the phone, you can't, but if you are on the internet, if you do get a chance, please make sure you post where you're from and who invited you here. This group is going to be followed up by a 3-day sneak peek online through Facebook in a private group, and the purpose of that is to bring everybody who is interested in listening to the recording, people who are on live, to a place to be able to answer questions over the next 3 days, to give you guys a little bit more information from a few other coaches, and to be able to really make sure that you have everything you need to make a really good, educated decision, because we want you to feel good about the choice that you make to join us. Okay, here's my... So a little bit about me. I am a 1-star diamond coach. I started my journey with Team Beachbody about 17 months ago, And I am the mommy of 2 little girls, and ages 4 and 6. I previously worked as a corporate executive in corporate America in supply chain management up until I had my first daughter, who is now 6. And from there, I was a boutique owner. So I had started a store, an online store for children's clothing, and worked with manufacturing some of my own clothing lines and things like that. So that's kind of where I was. I was basically a stay-at-home mom who was not totally content with just being a stay-at-home mom, even though that job is one of the most challenging jobs I've ever had. I was always kind of looking for something else. So being a boutique owner was something that was a lot of fun, and it definitely generated some income for us to be able to do some of those extra things. But it wasn't really rewarding. I found myself a lot of times behind a computer. If you've ever worked in retail, it's not always a pretty sight. So there are, you're having to deal with customer service issues, having to put a lot of money out just to keep a website running and things like that. And it was just taking away an awful lot of time from my family, from my kids, and from myself. And so a lot of the goals that I had for myself and the things I really wanted to see my family do and to grow together, I wasn't able to experience. My husband is a VP in the medical industry, and he travels full time. And so much of the time that we ended up getting to spend together was on the weekends. And on those weekends, I would end up having to be shipping and packing and sorting orders and things like that. So right around that same time was when I was approached by Meredith, who is my coach. And I had seen one of her posts on Facebook, and Meredith and I actually go back over 20 years. We went to high school together, and we were competitive dancers together. And so we went back quite a ways, and we started touching base and just going back and forth. And it was one of those things. It's like, oh, I don't want to drink shakes, and I don't think I want to be, I don't think I can really help people. But you know what? I'll give it a try. And so I got started on my challenge, and I did the 21-day fix in a challenge group with Meredith. And fitness and health and that sort of thing was always something that I had always really enjoyed. But I'd kind of gone, it was kind of a yo-yo for me. Like I would go and I would lose a bunch of weight, and then I would not be able to sustain it. Or I would get the right diet and didn't have the right workout, or vice versa. So this was the first time I had really committed to something in a group like this online. And my husband actually committed to the program with me. And so during that time, we did tremendous. Our first 21 days results were amazing. We felt amazing. The food that we were eating, we just felt better. We were just more fulfilled. We had more energy. We were sleeping better. And so at that point, Meredith had asked if I wanted to consider being a coach. And my intention when I said yes was strictly to get the discount on the Shakeology and nothing more. In fact, I had thought I was going to be one of those people that would give it a try for the 30 days and I would send it back. So coming into the opportunity, I did not intend to run it like a business. As I kind of got going with it, I started to realize that there was some things I could be doing. One, I was loving what I was doing. So I've always had heard, find something that you love doing and find a way to make a career out of it. And I was getting closer and closer to that goal with this opportunity. So I decided to go ahead and start reaching out to some of my friends and family and so forth, and just offering support and encouragement. I mean, I had no previous health and fitness experience. I didn't want to come across as being the person who was going to give them all of their answers and direct them from that perspective, because that's not what I'm qualified for. But what I could help them with was I could help them in sharing what I had experienced, what was working for me mentally, what was helping me to be able to connect with my husband more, to connect with my children more, and to fulfill that piece of myself that I had gone to college for, that I had been previously getting through, being a corporate executive, and that I was searching for in being a boutique owner. But I did not want to go back to work. I didn't want to have to go back to a regular Monday through Friday job and be away from my girls. So I decided to take the plunge, and it was just something I was very passionate about, and everybody around me saw that. And I wasn't in great, perfect condition and perfect health and perfect shape when I got started. But that was what made it more fun, and what made me be able to connect to a lot more people, a lot more moms, and a lot more people in my market, because it's not about being perfect. It's totally about the progress. And that's sort of been my journey over the past 17 months, is just sharing that progress. I have been fortunate enough to be able to inspire people to want to improve themselves and their eating and their family's eating, and some of those same people have been inspired enough to be able to have the desire to want to go and do the same with their friends and family and so on. So the experience itself is extremely rewarding. When you think about something that you're selling, I never even had that thought because I never felt that way. This has allowed me to be able to, I love clothes. I love buying clothes. I love having nice things. We all do. But, you know, when you're living on one income and you start having children, a lot of times some of those luxuries go away. I loved being involved in my kids' school. I didn't want to give that up. You know, at the time we were in Georgia. All my family was in Michigan. My husband was gone. So I didn't know a ton of people. And so I ran and began most of my business, if not probably all, aside from a few things I did on my laptop, all through social media. So, you know, I had tried network marketing before. I had kind of thought it wasn't something I'd ever want to do again. I didn't want to bother people. I didn't want to be a salesperson. I didn't want to have quotas and numbers and things like that to meet. And I can tell you 150%, I've never felt since I started this that I am selling something to somebody that they do not need or want or desire. I've never felt like I'm pushing something on somebody ever. And I've never felt like it's something that I've lost my passion about. Being healthy and fit and just wellness in general in our lives is so important, and it's continuing to become more important. It's never going to go away. And this opportunity really does allow you to be able to kind of run with that. So that's kind of where I'm at. Beachbody itself is a company that has been around since 1998. And the intention when Beachbody first came out was actually not to be a network marketing, if you will, company. A lot of the programs that you see, in fact, most of the programs you see, you also sometimes see if you are someone who stays up late at night, because they are on infomercials. And those infomercials are exactly the same programs, but what happens if you purchase them on there is they were going and they were finding that how are people finding out about this? And more than the infomercials they were selling through word of mouth. And so they decided to change the way that the company worked, and they opened it up where they brought what they called coaches. And the purpose of those coaches were people who were experiencing the programs and who were wanting to go and share that, and then they were being compensated for sharing those programs and the people that got on those programs. And from there, it sort of spiraled into people sharing their success, turning it into challenge groups, turning it into a very team-friendly or team-oriented, you know, kind of your friend next door kind of thing program that people could grab onto no matter where they were at in their fitness and in their health, and they were able to do it from home, and they were finding success with each of the programs was amazing. They added on Shakeology a little bit later down the road when they already had the coaching aspect of it. And to this day, they still sell on the infomercials, but there's still more sales that come from the coaches within Team Beachbody, just again, because they are just sharing so much about their experiencing what the programs with Shakeology, and now also what they're experiencing as far as the life changes with being a coach and providing that accountability and sort of adding that extra layer of accountability for themselves as well. So what exactly is a coach? So a coach is so much more than when you think of like a personal trainer or a health coach or a nutritionist or anything like that. They're not fitness experts. You know, the coaches within Team Beachbody, we're not personal trainers. We're not nutritionists, but you can be, and some people are. But some people are also doctors, and some people are also lawyers, and some people are also firefighters, and some people are also stay-at-home moms. And so it's across the board. There are so many different types of people and different qualifications and things like that. But the one thing that they all have in common that makes them good coaches is they have a desire. They have a desire to help people. They're just normal, everyday people that wake up and they're not perfect every day. They love Shakeology. The coaches love the programs. They love the sense of team. And they love leading by example. So that's what coaching is about. It's about sharing what you're doing. It's about being inspiring to other people through your actions. A lot of the time, if you think about going to a class, a fitness class, and the reason that you are working so hard in that class and you keep that momentum up and you love certain classes, 9 times out of 10 is not because the person leading the class is so educated on exactly what you should be doing and all of the answers. It's because they're motivating, and because they're inspiring, and because they're enthusiastic, and because they're in that period of time that they have with you, they're keeping you fired up and motivated. If you get a personal trainer at a gym, a personal trainer, yes, they're going to have specific things they're going to know because they were trained to do that as far as the workouts go. But you don't have to pay a personal trainer here. You don't have to pay someone to do that. The programs and the experts who created those programs and the nutrition plans that have been created by the experts, those pieces are already taken care of and already done. The purpose of the coach being put into that is to provide the accountability. The number one reason why people fail at fitness programs that they bring and they purchase, that they bring home and they put on their shelf, is because they don't have anyone to hold them accountable. So that is where they identified the need for a coach. And that is where you could see yourself in something like this. So it's not like, oh, well, I'm a teacher and now I have to go tell my friends I'm a fitness coach and I'm not even qualified. No, it's not that. It's, hey, I'm a teacher and I am really excited about the program that I am starting right now, and I'm going to see if I can get a few friends to do it with me, and we can help hold each other accountable. And that whole process kind of spirals, and it goes into the next person and the next person and the next person. And so it's a gift. I mean, it's a gift to be able to be given something like that you can impact so many people's lives in so many ways. And then you add the coaching piece on top of it, and suddenly you've now created not just a place where people can go and feel like they're getting support through their health and nutrition program, that they're getting accountability, that they're getting a sense of community and people that they can go online, which is where most of us find that we are most with Facebook and email and internet and stuff like that, because we're busy. And you can go and you can be able to get the support that you need, and you can even grow, start a business and generate an income from it. So it's really got endless possibilities of what you can do and how far you can go with it. To explain a little bit more about the opportunity, if you think about it, an average person, for the most part, goes to college. Average tuition for college, let's say for a 4-year degree, these are just some general numbers. Let's say 35,000 or so, and which is great. Nowadays a lot of times it's just a matter of getting a degree, unless you're going to go into really specialized thing like a dentist, a doctor, a lawyer, things like that. It's great to have a degree. It's so sad though that we spend so much time in college going through all the classes and all the time and all the money, and there still is no guarantee of a job afterward. Even if you work as hard as you can possibly work, even if you connect with as many people as you can connect with, even if you get all straight A's and do everything you need to do, there still is really no guarantees. There's no guarantees on anything, but you don't have as much control. The other thing people do is they, a lot of us go and we just get jobs. We get hourly jobs that we get a salary for over the course of a year. This is a statistic from Florida. $40,000 a year and an average of 11 days of vacation. And now we don't really complain about that because it's, we're getting a decent income. We are getting vacation days, so we can plan out times we want to be away, which is great. However, a lot of people really love traveling. Maybe your kids don't have off the same time that you can get off. Maybe you have to work over Christmas and you don't get to be with your kids when they wake up on Christmas morning, or you have to juggle when you're going to do Christmas dinner or whatever because you've got issues with the scheduling at your job, or you couldn't get off because it's not your year to be off for the holidays, or whatever the case may be. So that's the disadvantage of that. The other choice is a franchise. To own a franchise is owning your own business. It's much like kind of what we do here, but there's some differences. So the average cost to start a franchise is on average $35,000, and that doesn't include the location cost. That includes the franchise fee, the licensing fee that you buy. The average annual profit for a franchise is $66,000. 66. Yes, sorry. So that is, still a decent income. So now think about that. If you could buy a franchise, and I put that into quotations because this is not buying a franchise, but it's a really, really good example of comparing the two and seeing the advantages of what it is to be, why being a coach is something that you should definitely still continue to consider. So if you are in a franchise, you have risks. So you could range anywhere from $10,000 to $200,000. And knowing for a fact, actually, I have quite a few friends have done different types of companies. They end up taking out mortgages on their homes just to be able to afford to be able to buy the franchise because they're looking for what is going to benefit them down the road. Again, no guarantees. So, the difference is that when you put your money into it, that much money, you have your heart and soul in it. You don't want that to fail. You've got a vested interest in it, and it's just not something that, you want to give up on. So that's why a lot of times those work really, really well, because there's a lot at risk and a lot that you've given up to have that, a lot of sacrifices made. With coaching, so the cost to sign up as a coach is $39.95, and then it's $15.95 a month, and we'll go over what all those fees mean. And so very little risk. Now, what we'll recommend is that you buy a challenge pack, which is going to give you your Shakeology and a fitness program. In that case, you don't even pay that $40 franchise fee, if you will. That fee is completely free. If you are or if you or your spouse are active military or veterans, and you actually don't even pay any of those coaching fees, you don't pay any of the monthly fees or anything. So very little risk. Now, again, because of the low startup cost and because you don't have a lot of stake in the game, there are many coaches who end up treating it like a hobby, and they end up getting paid like a hobby, which is fine too, because some people, that's all that they want. But the difference is that for the person who does want more and is willing to put in the time and the effort, they've still only paid their $40 and then $15.95 a month, or gotten it free depending on their circumstances, and they've got unlimited potential to be able to grow their income and grow a really, really good, solid business that they can choose how long and how prosperous that's going to be over time. So the benefits. So buying a franchise, of course, you have the benefit of it being an established, successful brand. Like there's Subways, there's Mary Maids, there's Menchie's, there's McDonald's, there's Domino's Pizza. In fact, we have one of the top coaches in the company, in the organization, for the past, I think, 6 years. She used to work for the Domino's franchise. And it's a very similar situation. Those companies, they take care of all of the marketing, the mainstream marketing. So if there's going to be a recipe of the month, they're going to push that down. They're going to take care of all of the marketing materials. They're going to tell you what you can promote and what you can't promote, and how, when, why, and where, and all of that. And which is great, because in those situations, that's less time and less resources that you have to spend to be able to make, to get that out to people, to be able to benefit from it on the other side. Now with coaching, the benefit is that you are buying into an established, successful brand, just like you are in the franchise situation. And those brands would be, P90X, Insanity, the 21-Day Fix, Shakeology, and Beachbody actually spends $150+ million on their marketing. And they create brand recognition. Like I was saying earlier, they've got the infomercials on TV, which those programs are selling themselves like crazy over and over and over again. They have coaches out there working towards it. They have all kinds of social media that they do. All of the packages that they ship with the product have more marketing pieces in it. So you're getting the advantage and the benefit of having a company who is going to pay for that marketing and putting those flyers out there and handling the social media pages and creating new products, launching new products, hiring the people, handling your customer service, doing all of the things, even your payroll for that matter. They're going to handle paying you, and they're going to handle paying anybody that you bring in with you. If your customer has an issue, you don't have to, like a franchise has to handle those customer issues, because they're the face of that business. In our company, if there's a customer service issue, yeah, as a coach, of course, we want to acknowledge if there was something that did go wrong, if a shipment got mixed up or somebody wasn't happy or something like that. But the Team Beachbody customer service handles all of that for you. So just a lot of really amazing benefits of being a coach. Again, for that $40 franchise fee, it's an unbelievable deal, really. So the guidelines, as far as being a franchise, you really have to market, like I was saying, kind of whatever the franchise picks and they want you to do. So your success is based off of your own efforts and those that you hire and work for you. So you are hiring people that are direct employees of you and your franchise in that situation. With coaching, the guidelines are that you have the ability to create your own brand. And so you can find your niche market. So you might have an entire market of people that you go to church with that you feel like could greatly benefit from something like this. There is no really strict guidelines as far as how you can brand and market yourself to be able to use these programs and these nutrition plans and this company as a resource and a tool for you to be able to do that. And so there's all kinds of creativity in it. And if you go through, we're going to share some of those coaches in the sneak peek group. If you go through and you look at what some of those coaches have done, it's amazing. I mean, there are coaches who have started businesses based on their faith. There are coaches who have started businesses while they were pregnant and just reaching out to a market of people that want to feel better and eat well while they're pregnant. There are coaches who have started businesses, successful coaching businesses, while they were renovating their home. Everybody has something unique and different about them, and sometimes we don't know what those things are, but the way that this is structured and the way that our team runs things and the way that you're going to be brought into this, you're going to have the opportunity to be able to identify what those things about you are that make you unique and make you special and make you somebody that other people are going to connect with and relate to, and that you're going to be able to help them in more ways than you ever realized before. And so what your business looks like from a brand perspective and what my business looks like and the next person's business looks like, they're all very different, but we're all working for the same cause. We're all working under the same company, but we're not working for them. We're working for ourselves. We are our own CEOs. So your success isn't linked just to your own efforts. It's your team. So that's the beauty of it, is you identify what that niche market is, you start to learn about what your brand's about, and you get out there and people are attracted to that. You know, like attracts like, and so people are attracted to what you are passionate about, and the more that you share it, the more that you're going to be able to reach people. And as you bring people on board to join your team, they're also working for themselves, and they're going to create their brand and identify their niche market. But as a team, you guys are going to be going for the overall goal and be helping as many people as possible to get on fitness programs, to be able to get in, to have better nutrition, to be able to have that accountability, and to be able to start a successful coaching business from their home, you know, on their own time, along with their corporate job or in place of, or you know, whatever it is for them. So it's an amazing opportunity with a lot of different benefits and features. So what exactly do coaches do? I think I've kind of explained some of it, but basically it's simple. It's actually really simple. So like I was saying, your first step is going to be that you're going to want to get set up as a coach. To do that, we're going to recommend that you get on a challenge pack. Now, many of you in here are actually already drinking Shakeology, already doing a program, and you're just looking to take your accountability to the next level. And what you've seen your coach or the coach that invited you here or myself do is something that's very attractive to you, and you want to do it too. And so you're already halfway there. But if you're not, and you still need to get kind of set up and figure out what you're going to need, you are going to begin working on your own transformation. And I don't mean that you're going to be working on just a physical transformation. I mean, you are going to commit to a program, and you're going to be given the training that you need to be able to be a successful coach, but you're also going to be given the training and the support and encouragement you need to be able to be a successful challenger and be able to reach your health and fitness goals no matter where you're at. And in doing that, you're going to be sharing that and inviting your friends and family on your journey and helping them get started on their journey. We do a lot of personal development here in Team Beachbody and within our team, and that is something I had never done before. And when you hear people say it's changed my life, that's one of the things for me. If I say Beachbody has changed my life, is yes, I have gotten in better shape. Yes, I am healthier. Yes, I'm happier. Yes, I have been able to generate an income so I don't have to go find a job and send my kids to daycare. Yes, I've been able to pay for my kids, you know, private education with this opportunity. But the biggest thing, and I think is why I've done been able to be successful is because I have taken the personal development piece very, very seriously, and learned a lot about myself and really faced a lot of fears and things. And it goes so much more beyond just losing weight and feeling great. It goes into so many different parts of your life. And I think that's really where it's amazing to watch people really find what it is that they wanted to do. Like I was saying, find something you love and you're passionate about doing, and find a way to make a career out of it so you can do more of it. And that's what this opportunity does for just about anybody who gives it their all and comes in and really does share their story and connect with the reason that they're here. And whether that be health and fitness, or whether that be that it takes you to a whole new level or takes you into a whole new situation, it can't be wrong. I mean, it can't be bad in any of those situations. It's just a really positive experience and a really amazing community of people. So the way that it works is that you start working on you. Like I was just saying, you'll inspire a few people to start their journey, mostly because you're going to be sharing it, and everybody wants to feel better. There are tons of people out there who have a very big interest in losing weight, eating better, learning how to eat clean, getting proper nutrition, learning the right workouts, learning a new workout. There's so many people out there that would be inspired, and sometimes it's just a matter of they don't feel like they can do it. And so maybe seeing somebody that's not a fitness professional or the perfect body or the person who they're intimidated by, or they don't want to go to a conventional gym, seeing somebody like us, at home doing our workouts, fitting them in when we can, that's inspiring. So you're going to pay it forward. You're going to inspire, let's say, 3 people. They're going to inspire 3 people, and they're going to inspire 3 people, and so on. I'm sure at this point, you're probably looking at this and saying, well, that looks like a pyramid. Well, no, it's not a pyramid scheme. So like I was saying, I don't think everyone always knows exactly what a pyramid scheme is. I know I didn't at first. But when you look at a regular corporation, there's a CEO, then there's managers, then there's supervisors, then there's employees, or something to that effect. And yes, it's in the shape of a pyramid. If you look at our own military, there's a commander-in-chief, there's a secretary of defense, and it goes on from there. So most organizations have somebody at the top who is benefiting the most from all of the people below them and has to do less and less and less work over time. And, just because the CEO gets something doesn't mean everybody else is going to get something. So the way that it works in Team Beachbody, and I'm going to show you a little bit about that, is it's no more a pyramid than anything like this is, or any job that you have now is. So the difference is that here you're working with a peer support group, and that goes across the board. Like I was saying, you're working with a peer support group on your nutrition, on your fitness, on your coaching business, on your personal development, and then you are doing the same and doing the same for somebody else and doing the same for somebody else. And so that is building over time. And that can build into a rectangle, that can build into a pyramid, that can build into a circle. You can look at that 100,000 different ways. So what you have to do, I'm sure some of you are thinking, I'm just not a salesperson. I just don't want to bother friends and family. I'm just not someone who wants to do that. Now the thing is you're not selling, you're not going, and if you look at any of the coaches who are in here, and you look at my own Facebook, or if you talk to me personally, you're never going to hear any of us say, hey, Shakeology's on sale this week, you should buy it, because that's not what it's about. You're going to be selling stuff, but you're going to be selling stuff because you're going to be providing a solution to people to a problem that they are trying to get fixed. So it may feel a little different at first because it's not something we all talk about, especially as women. We don't want to talk about our weight and what we're doing and so on. But if you are at this point where you're looking at this opportunity, then something about it has made you feel like you could inspire other people, whether it's that you love the program you're on, you've had tremendous success, or you've had people ask you about it and you feel like it's time to start learning how to share it. So it's really more, think about the more that you choose to be a product of the product, talk about it with the people that are around you and share about it on your social media, do your personal development and learn more about yourself and the things that have prevented you from reaching some of those goals in the past, you are going to be able to inspire so many people, and you're never going to feel like you're selling something. You're going to feel like you're offering them a gift, the gift of health and wellness and well-being. And that's the way that you need to come in looking at this. So how do you make money? That's probably a lot of you are wondering that at this point. You get 25% commission from everything purchased through your site, which you're going to get 3 different Team Beachbody sites that are going to be linked directly to you that you can send people to. You are going to get commissions from every single challenge pack, which the challenge pack, again, is the Shakeology, the fitness program, and if you choose the coaching, your coaching is waived if you buy the challenge pack. So you're going to get commissions on every time somebody gets signed up with a challenge pack. You are going to get cycle bonuses, matching bonuses, and quarterly star diamond bonuses. And I'm going to explain a little bit more about those, not too much because I don't want to confuse you, but those are really where, excuse me, those are really where you're going to see your income really grow over time. And that's just, again, about helping more and more people and helping them to help people. The 25% discount on all products as well. So from that point on, once you sign up as a coach, you are going to get 25% on the next month's Shakeology shipment, and then any fitness program that you choose to add on from that point on, which a lot of times after you've done one round, you want to try something new, you'll save on that. Or if we're launching a new product or a new program like we are doing coming up in March 1st, you'll be able to get 25% off that. So it's really a lot of great benefits. So as an example, show me the money. So this is an example, an actual real example about the commission structure. So if you look over here and let's see here, yeah, I'm going to do this. Okay, so if you look over here, you can see that there is a retail commission of $29.96. So the total commission as a brand new coach, looks like they must have sold 1 challenge pack, would be $29.96. Now, Team Beachbody pays out weekly, so you'll actually get paid every Thursday night. The next step is Emerald. Now, what that means that this coach has now brought in 2 people, and both of those people decided to upgrade as a coach, whether it be because they wanted the discount or whether it be because they wanted to be able to start running their own coaching business for themselves. So that situation is that coach would have be an Emerald status. Their retail commission is now at $101.46. They've now gotten a $14 team bonus, and they've signed up 2 coaches. So they're going to also get what's called a fast start bonus. So you can see in just a very short amount of time, they've got $175.46. Month 5 months into the business, they become a diamond coach. So that's the next step after Emerald. You can see their retail commission, meaning how much they're selling, which we all don't want to have to sell too much, does not go up that much. So they sell $149.95 in commissions of what they sold. But that team bonus, because they helped people get into the coaching opportunity and help them to help people, the team bonus went from $14 up to $90. Now, because this coach is now a diamond coach, they're now also eligible for the next level of bonuses, which is a matching bonus, which here you can see is $7. So you're probably thinking, well, $7 isn't that much. That's just one week of commissions that you can earn. And that accumulates, of course, over time. So you can see that this month, they earned $246.95. Now here we are 3 months later, they're a star diamond coach. That means that they have helped another coach on their team, just one coach, get to the same point, go from brand new to Emerald to Diamond, and they now become a star diamond coach. You can see their retail commission has gone up here. Their subscription commission has gone up here, and what that means is that these coaches that signed on have maintained or have come in and decided to do the club membership, excuse me, which is another level, another way that you can help people in trying out programs and having access to on-demand. The team bonus went from $90 now to $198, and the matching bonus went up a little bit to $9.60. They also got another fast start bonus, which means this time they signed up yet another coach. And you can see now at $641.76. So this is, like I said, an actual real example. This can change and can be different for every single person. It can be less, it can be more. It's all about what you put into it, but you can see how it grows over time. So as I was saying, and as you've noticed, it's all about the team bonus. So the commissions and what you're actually selling over time, the requirement to continue to be an active coach is only $50 in personal volume, which means that either you have to have sold $50 in personal volume or you have to have purchased $50 in personal volume in order to remain an active coach. So you can just see, and I'm not going to go through each one here, but at a 1 year mark, how again, the team bonus has gone up. The retail commission hasn't really changed substantially, which means that this coach, as an example, is helping a lot of people learn how to build a business and how to be able to help other people come in and do the same. But they also have continued, because they have to maintain their own active status. They've also maintained going out and helping people get on challenge packs and helping them start their journey into health and fitness. And so you can kind of see, here, the majority of the time was probably spent helping these people on her team. And so the retail commission was less, but it was still enough to be able to meet the $50 requirement. So you can see over time, this is, at 18 months, we're talking almost $19,000. At the 2 year mark, we're talking $3,300. And these are weekly. These are weekly numbers that I'm talking here. These are not monthly. This is weekly numbers. At the 2.5 year mark, $64.8803. So again, retail commission $64.95. People getting on club $38.88. Team bonus from helping people help people get on programs and then help other people see how they can do it too, even if it's just for a discount. It all adds up and it all counts. So that's really where the magic is with this. Worst case scenario, let's just say, what if nobody wants to join you? What if you do this, you sign up, you say, I'm going to go for it. It sounds like a great opportunity. I think this is for me. You invest your $40. You purchase your challenge pack, which is going to be a fitness program for you. You purchase a month of Shakeology, which is going to be for you. So basically, you're getting your investment of $40 waived. You're not going to pay that. So all you're investing in is yourself. You're investing in your own health and fitness, but you get to start your own business. So let's say you go through your 30 days. It's just not something you want to do, but you love the program. You love everything about the challenge that you're in. You love the coach that you're working with, but you just don't think coaching is for you. You know what? So what? You just got on a program. You had success with it. You started to face some fears that you had, and you actually reached some of your health and fitness goals. And just going through the coaching opportunity, you're just going to see that it's just an amazing team of people to be on, and not even just in our team. I can say that across the board. I have been to multiple trips with this business, and I've been to Cancun. I went to Tony Robbins with this team. A bunch of the girls went to Nashville last year, and just across the board from team to team, there's just so many amazing people to connect with. So you really can't go wrong. In the event that you did say, you know what, this just isn't for me at all, you get 30 days. After 30 days, if you decide that it's not going to work, you get all your money back. So there's literally zero risk. Zero risk. You're investing in yourself. You're getting that $40 franchise fee, in quotations, waived. So you're not even having to pay that if you do this. And like I said, you get all your money back if it doesn't work for you in 30 days. So if you've come this far and you're thinking, this is something I think I want to do yourself a favor and give it a try. Because honestly, I just feel like I can tell you so much about it, and the coach who provided you can really tell you a lot about it. But until you honestly see and experience it for yourself, you just won't know for sure. So we make it really easy for you to come in and try it without feeling like you're going to lose out. So you may be thinking, okay, I kind of want to do this. I think this is for me. I really like it. I think I could do really well at it. But how much time am I going to have? Well, you know what? It's your business, your rules. You pick. You decide. Like it says, different strokes for different folks. So you can be someone who just drinks Shakeology. You love it. You really just want to be able to save on your Shakeology, which is actually, it says $16 a month here. Depending on where you live, it can be up to $20 a month because tax and stuff is different. And that's fine. You can just remain a discount coach. You'll stay active with your Shakeology shipment every month, and you don't have to do another thing. That's totally fine. You can come in and you can do it as a hobby. So maybe you're somebody who already has a job and you're extremely busy with your job, and you have children, you have other expenses and things like that you have to really focus on that job because you need that to be able to support the rest of your family and the things that you do. That's fine. But you know what? A little bit of extra spending cash and kind of chipping away at making a little extra, so maybe you can cut back those hours, or if this is something you love, you can eventually go full time. You can do it as a hobby. You do something as a hobby, then you kind of get paid as a hobby. But there's tons of coaches that do that, And what ends up happening is they get their Shakeology covered by doing that, which is an expense in itself. So that's great. You get that covered. If you decide to help a couple people, beyond that, and they decide to do something with it, you can change your mind at any single time that you want. Like, that's the great thing about this, is you can come in and come out as you feel fit. There's no obligation to do anything over and above what you're not ready for. And that's the beauty of having the team. And then there's people who want to come in, and you may be one of them, and I hope you are, who wants to be a business builder. When you see myself and SJ and Terry and the amount of time that we put into it, this is like, we are in it. We are in it 100%. This is what I do full time. I do not have my boutique anymore. I have my 2 girls home with me. One of them does go to kindergarten. This is it for me. Like, my husband travels, and I am 150% focused on making this into a full-time job that's going to, and already has started to, offer us a lot of advantages. But that doesn't mean that you have to do that in order to do well and make income and feel like this is something that you can build from. So that's the beauty of it. You can literally come in at any of those levels, and you can even come anywhere in between there. And from month to month, that may change for you, and that's fine too. Our team has weekly team training calls, so you're never going to feel like you're on your own. You're never going to feel like, okay, I signed up, now what do I do? We have a really, really good system in place to be able to get everybody kind of where they need to be and give you the level of support that you feel is fit. And when you do get ready and you sign up, what's going to happen is you're going to get on a call with the coach who invited you here, who you decide to join, and go through just the first 30 days of kind of where your expectation is, what your goals are, and then your coach will help you set a plan so that you don't get overwhelmed and you don't feel like you don't know what to do next. We give social media training. You probably heard me say a few times that I started doing this on social media. You may see some of your coach's social media posts. Don't worry, if it's not something you're not completely comfortable with, we'll train you, and that's what we're here for. There's video trainings. It's not set training, set times, that kind of thing. Everything's recorded. Everything is available for you to be able to access on your time and meet you where you're at. A place to dream big and live your best life, and that is for sure. So what now? So we're at the end of the webinar here. Things to start thinking about. We're going to go through just a few more things, but think about who invited you here. You're going to want to message them. Let them know what kind of coach you think you're going to fit into, a discount coach, a hobby coach, a business builder. If you're not sure, maybe just come up with, a time that you think that hey, I think I can spend, an hour a day on this business. And I'll be honest, if you can find that hour in the day to do this, you can run a successful business. It's a great amount of time to work in this business to get started, and we've got amazing programs and plans in place to be able to make that hour extremely effective if that's what you decide. And if you're not in a challenge group yet, definitely get with your coach and get in a challenge group. And if you are in one, start participating more, and talk to your coach about being there to support people more and get a feel for what that's like if that's something you haven't done yet. So again, joining as a coach is the option that we're basically discussing here. I'm going to go over the others just so you know what your options are. To do that, you would purchase a challenge pack, which is always going to be a huge savings, because you're never going to, if you were to buy what comes in a challenge pack in all individual pieces, you would pay way more than you're going to pay here, almost up to $100 more depending on it. You're going to get that $39.95 coach enrollment fee waived at the time of registration, so you never even have to worry about that. You're going to get your fitness program of your choice, which you and your coach will discuss which one was the best fit for you based on your goals. And if you already have one of those programs and you want to get into this and you would like to try something new, then your coach can make some recommendations based on the things that you like to do. You're going to get your first shipment of Shakeology home direct, and home direct means that it's on auto ship. Now that means that it's going to come to your house once a month. You also can call right after you do this and tell them you would like to postpone it for 2 months, you'd like to turn it off auto ship, so order when you want to. Totally your choice. The reason that you still want to do it with the home direct through the challenge pack is because they're not going to charge you the extra shipping costs to do it that way. So it's worth it. It's very flexible. You can change it as much or little as you need to. And you're also going to get a trial month of the Teen Beachbody Club subscription, which is basically the on-demand for the all the programs, meal plans. You're going to get to go on and select meal plans. You're going to get a lot of stuff. So, or you can sign up with the Shakeology HD, which is just the Shakeology without the challenge pack. You are going to pay the coach enrollment fee with that. But honestly, between you and I, we have programs right now that are the same cost that are including the challenge pack. So even if you don't need the fitness program, get a challenge pack, because at least you're going to get a program for the same price you're going to get for just the Shakeology. Worst case, you've got an extra program and you can share it with somebody or gift it to somebody. Other option is also with the coaching, you're going to have the ongoing service fee, which we briefly talked about, the $15.95. And what that covers is everything that you would have to have. You know, I mentioned in my boutique, I had a website. You have to handle, your coach online office, the customer service, your payroll of making sure your coaches are getting paid and you're getting paid, handling all the communication, the training, being able to do all of like the brand promotion for the fitness programs, the marketing, any technical support, something goes wrong, you're never going to have to hold inventory. They're going to handle all of that. So that's a really, really, really cheap price to cover all those things. And that's what gives you the savings. So that $20 or so we talk about that you save on Shakeology with the coaching discount is after this fee has been applied. Your other option, if you're just not quite ready to coach, you can join as a customer. And with a customer, you would have the same two choices, the challenge pack or the Shakeology Home Direct. If you decide that you don't want to coach right now, but you do want to get on a program and get going, you can do that, and you still have the option to upgrade to a coach at any time. You would pay the $39.95 fee, but they would waive that for you. They would, I'm sorry, not waive it, but they will refund it to you if you did it after the fact. So it makes sense if you're going to do it to go ahead and do it when you sign up initially, but if you're not ready for that piece and you still want to get in a program, you can still do it and you can make the coaching decision later. So at this point, in the next 24 hours, you're going to want to contact the person who invited you, like we just said, and think about when we get done here, what did you like most about this presentation? Does it feel like a fit? Do you think that based on your goals and kind of what you thought this could do for you, after you've heard this presentation, do you think it's something that's for you? And then which option appeals to you, the coach or the customer? You want to think about really what it can do for you. You know, I talked about how being that there's so much personal development, it's really helped me to have a better relationship with my husband, to be more connected to exactly what my personal goals are, to my health and fitness goals. It has taught me to have better appreciation for the time I have with my children. And I have been able to inspire so many people. So, I mean, being alone and having a husband that travels and so on, it's really given me a sense of community. I've met so many friends, which sounds crazy because you don't even meet some of these people face to face, but just the impact you can have on so many people's lives in so many different ways is, you know, it can do that for you too. Who you can help, you know, think about the people, and you probably already have if you're here, of who you think could benefit from this that you know. Friends, you know, family, coworkers, people at the gym, you know, playgroup friends, whatever it is that, you know, the people you socialize with. Or if you're with some people that you feel like really are kind of in a rut and could use some lifting up, this might be a good opportunity to present something that you guys could do together. And then what are your own goals and dreams? If you haven't thought about that before this call, I strongly encourage you to sit down and just briefly write out kind of where you'd like to see yourself in 30, 60, 90 days and see where this opportunity fits. And even if it's just doing this to be able to have support and really positive influences behind you and around you, that's reason enough. So think about those things for yourself. So we are at 10 o'clock right now, and so it's been an hour, and I do want to open it up for questions. I know some of you had some trouble with the audio, so I do apologize for that. I am going to open up a after call question in the online group on Facebook. So if you are not able to ask a question on here and you're listening to the recording, go ahead and hop on over to the group on Facebook that we're going to run for 3 days. And if you do not know about that group yet, definitely contact the coach that invited you so that they can be sure to add you. So with that, does anybody have any questions? And you can unmute yourself if you, let me go to my, okay. Go ahead. Do you know how to unmute? Oh, let's see here. I know I just saw someone had their hand up. Oh, let me unmute you. Okay, go ahead.
Mary, this is Crystal.
Yeah, hey,
So
Crystal.
for the Beachbody Challenge, are coaches able to actually enter that as well?
Yes, so which piece of it for the challenge?
Yeah, the Beachbody Challenge that they have daily, monthly, quarterly, and annually.
Yes, actually, yes, they absolutely are. We actually just had a coach on our team who just won $500 for her transformation. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Anyone else? I'm an open book, so feel free to ask. And if you're online and you want to type it, you can do that too. That's fine. Okay. Well, if you guys think of anything, like I said, we're going to add you to that group, and you'll be able to. We're going to share a few more stories about just some other coaches, and hopefully you'll be able to interact with each other on there and ask some questions and be able to make a educated decision that you can feel good about. So for those of you that are on a program already, congratulations on taking that step. And you've already seen the benefits of being in the challenge group and being on a program. And I hope that you see the benefit of paying it forward and doing this and helping some others too. So thank you guys for your time.